I've been seeing more posts about moms saying like they're invisible now because their daughters have grown up and they're so beautiful.
There are few things in this life that are more disgusting to me than seeing a parent who is in competition with their child. And unfortunately, I have seen this dynamic play out way too many times to the point where a video is now going viral on TikTok. It's actually the first thing I opened up when I was going to check on my account. And the first words this young woman says is, how there are mothers out there who are saying that they now feel invisible because their daughters have grown up. Folks, now, the video itself, she's actually giving a positive light about her own mom, and her mom's gorgeous and blah, blah, and she's not invisible. She's basically, I guess, trying to soften maybe the blow for some of the moms out there. For me, I say to hell with that. If you are competing with your child as a grown-ass woman, I hope your daughter wins. I hope your daughter outshines you completely. If you are not a parent who is obsessed with having your children be better than you, you are the problem. You are narcissistic, or at least have narcissistic tendencies, and I hope you get everything that you fear. I genuinely do. I'm telling y'all, I despise this. Because I see this play out even in relationships. Boyfriend, girlfriend, fiancés, husband, wife, where you have a wife competing with the husband, trying to achieve more, do more, right? Story topping, whatever the hell it may be. You have a husband looking at his wife like, man, if she comes up, what's that going to mean about me? Are you kidding me? Do you not understand that you are on the same team? And there are very few people in this life who are genuinely going to be on your team for real. Like, they're with you no matter what. That's what a mother is supposed to be for her daughter. And this is what shows me that this mentality, this new age feminism mentality, which is rooted in envy and jealousy, right? First it says, to hell with your femininity. Then it says, become like a man. And then it says, be better than a man, right? That's the newest form of feminism that we have. It's not like the women's suffrage. It's not like, the causes of 100 years ago. Let's get our right to do this. We want to actually, play the same game. We want to be able to own land. We want to be able to vote, etc. Right? No, all scrap to hell with all that. I want to be better than you. That mentality obviously mixed with, the society that is rooted in social media. And so mamas are posting selfies like the daughters, even the daughters posting selfies. That's already, we need to really reevaluate the direction in which we're going as a society. But when you now have mama trying to outdo baby girl, folks, you should not be trying to walk on eggshells. You should not be trying to boost up the confidence of a woman, a grown-ass woman who is so deflated by seeing a young woman winning. And I remember my girl was telling me about something she saw a while back. And I don't know if she came across it on social, whatever, but there was a moment where Kim Kardashian was, looking at Tyler, not the creator, right, but the South African artist, young woman who is now in the music industry. And I guess she was giving her some sort of real dirty type of looks. And I thought to myself, that is so interesting. Kim is now in her 40s. And, due to the money she has spent, she still looks very well preserved within her age, right? Tyla is in her 20s and she's just stepped on the scene. Imagine being in competition, looking dirty, looking crazy at somebody who is you're old enough to be your daughter, in essence, right? Somebody who could be your daughter, and you are seeing them as competition. Well, we don't have to imagine that because there are parents, mothers, who are literally expressing to the world, I just feel invisible. I feel invisible because my daughter is growing up. You should be feeling like 12 sessions of therapy for that mental illness. I know I'm going off today. It might be kind of mean. I don't care. This is so disgusting to me. This sort of behavior needs to actually be eradicated completely. Again, any competition. I will not have a friendship where I know that they are in competition with me. I want to build you up. And I know it is rarest to find a person who is willing to see you win even when they are not. That's the truest definition of a real one, a friend, right? I don't call everybody a friend. I don't. I don't know you. You are rarely likely an acquaintance, right? I don't know you like that. So when you get the title of that's a friend of mine, it means I've seen you through and through and I trust you. It means that I've seen your character. If you are in competition with me, you can't be a friend to me. You don't want to see me do better. You at least don't want to see me do better than you. So when I get to a certain point, you're going to stop being cool. You're going to stop supporting me. You're going to stop pushing me forward. Instead, you're going to start sabotaging me. Because what happens when you're in competition, right? You're looking to make sure that your opponent is losing. So what you going to do? Maybe you're going to look to tear down my self-esteem, just like some of these mothers do to their daughters. Oh, I don't know. It looks kind of weird. Well, maybe if you just had your ears weren't, maybe if your nose wasn't, well, maybe if you just had mothers be doing that to their daughters. And there's going to be people who are going to comment on this video who know exactly what I'm talking about. You likely went through this experience or saw it around you where you saw a mother sabotaging. I even say when a mother tells their daughter, go out there and explore, have some fun. Don't think about marriage too soon. To hell with you having the prospect of getting into a healthy relationship that then will foster into a healthy marriage. To hell with that. What you should do is go out there, give that cookie out for nothing and traumatize yourself just like I did. Any mother who tells their daughter to go out there and become basically become a layup, right? To become a 304, to become a streetwalker just without the financial compensation. Any mother who tells their daughter to become that or to do that is a saboteur. They are sabotaging the good of their child. That to me it's an unforgivable sin. Well, every sin is forgivable, but it is the most vile. And if it is not corrected, then I feel no sympathy for you. I don't feel bad. I don't know what you've been through, whatever it is. You see your daughter, wow, she's getting a lot of attention. Wow, people are really, they're really looking at her and not really recognizing I even exist. Why are you so thirsty for external validation? Don't you got a husband? And if you don't, then damn it, don't you have eyes of your own? Can't you check your own damn self out? Like, why are you so obsessed with this external validation? Why are you so obsessed with being seen? Why are you pulling up at the gym and all you got on is one of these and one of those? I don't understand. Like, what is the obsessiveness? It has to come from an internal wound. It has to be. It has to be a deficit within, a void that you are trying to fill. There is no normal behavior that leads. It's like a father who wants to sabotage his son from succeeding. My father, when he realized that I was going to have my first month where I essentially made more than him, he had the type of smile that you can only see like a father who says, I have done my job, have on his face. My pops is pretty stoic in most of his ways, etc. Has been throughout my life, at least. It's softening up a little bit at, this next phase of life. But the look that I saw in his face when, I basically shared that piece of information, like the whole way up as my platform's been building, etc., he's been celebrating that, which has been kind of different for me because he's always been, again, very low key and but because this is something he resonates with and he knows like is in my gifting, it's bringing him greater and greater joy. But when he saw that, it wasn't what you would unfortunately see with some, where they try to tear you down. If y'all get a chance, watch Slide, Sylvester Stallone's story. It's his like documentary. And you see his father, at every turn when Rocky is like, Sylvester is struggling. He is not able to pay $40 for his rent. He sells his dog that he loves with all of his life for $40 for his rent to be paid. And he ends up in this situation where he's so desperate, and desperation created inspiration. Inspiration created the script for Rocky. He always wanted to be an actor, and something in him said when he was at the library, literally just for the air conditioning, I guess, or something like that, the cooling system, he said, man, maybe I should write. And there was inspiration and inspiration. He writes this script, And, essentially he bargains to say, look, this is my movie. I have to act in it. And they say, okay, well, if that's the case, then you're going to have to take a pay cut. We can't give you that much. And he said, I don't care. I'll take less on the front end. I'll take back end. I'll take the risk, but this is my movie. And he ends up getting a check, obviously ends up buying his dog for significantly more, a few $1,000s, I believe, almost 10,000, I guess, to get it back from the person who had bought it. But the story is this. I know I'm going on the rant. I just love Sylvester's story. But his pops immediately starts to call in and say, this was my story. Rocky is my movie, and I have my own Rocky, and it's even better. And the agent is like, why don't you tell your son? He could probably help you. No, to hell with him. But this is a father who would always abuse his child. This is a father who later in life, he buys his dad horses because his dad always loved polo, even though they were poor. They got a horse that was basically worth shekels, couldn't see out of one eye and had a crooked leg, whatever. But he tried to, bring things into his father's life he thought would bring him joy. His dad ended up playing a polo match against him and whacking him on the back. Could have landed him into complete disability. His pops was trying to physically sabotage him, to destroy his son because he was so damn jealous, because he had not made anything of his own life. And so when you got these sorts of dynamics, it's disgusting. That's why I say it's disgusting, because the spirit behind envy and jealousy are some of the worst, right? Greed is it's nasty. But envy? Oh, envy is manipulative. Oh, envy is coercive. Envy is bitter. That's why when you got the difference between, a greedy businessman, he's going to look to create something that is going to make him as much money as possible. An envious man is going to look to tear apart everything around him because he can't stand to see other people having it. That's the difference right there. I know it's a very, surface level, but that's the spirit of it. I want to tear everything up. Nobody can win around me. That mother is going to be the same one who sees another girl she doesn't even know getting some attention as feeling some type of way. That's a grown woman. I don't care if you're even in your 20s and that's you, right? There are some parents who feel some type of way because their baby's getting attention. My God, get over yourself. Heal. When I saw that first clip, I thought it was going somewhere else. And then she started to really, but I just want my mom to know she's beautiful. And she looked like the mom from Wizards of Waverly Place. And people always came. I said, man, to hell. If your mama is one of them who's saying, I feel invisible, good. I hope she turns into the invisible woman, period. I hope nobody ever sees her until she corrects her behavior. Oh, but you don't understand what it is to be unseen. Yes, I do. I'm a man. I'm a male. Do you know how much we go through life and we ain't acknowledged, seen? Nobody's checking out for you, right? Oh, but I didn't get a compliment today. Oh, but I wore this and, nobody said any. Do you know how many thousands of outfits we done put on? Nobody said, maybe one of the fellow brothers or something said something. Be invisible is good for you. It's good for your character. It's good for your self-esteem. To go through a room and, somebody else getting attention, you're not. One of the best things I ever did for myself was to say, you know what? Let me be around people who are far more impressive than I am. Let me spend time with these individuals, right? Let me be around them. One of my closest friends in high school is now in the NBA. He was 6'7", real popular, this, that, and the third. I was this little dude hanging out with this dude right here who is on his way to becoming the third draft pick in the NBA. And it was the best thing that happened for my self-esteem. Because I said, man, I ain't got to base nothing off of whether or not people are looking at me and paying me attention. Like, I'm a somebody just because I am. And that energy resonates and it emanates. Like, it has a greater and larger impact, but it's not really about that. It's about the fact that I'm okay with myself. And that's the biggest issue, is these people aren't okay with their own existence. And that's heartbreaking. That's unfortunate. You are the mother, the caretaker. You're the nurturer. You have loved this baby into adulthood, and now you are jealous. Man, get the hell out of here. Stop it. Get some help.
I used to be afraid of the dark, a place unknown like a hardening heart. I used to see my life in the bar. Now the kids unchained, every shackle is lost. 2 steps in the moonlight. two-step in the daytime. You just know when it feel right. You got a feeling the time's nine. See you through those shades that I just threw on. Through my lenses, you just can't do no wrong. I fell in love with myself again. I fell in love with myself. I fell in love with the sunshine. I fell in love with the light. I fell in love with the full moon. I fell in love with the night. I can see the light again. I can see the light. You can see the life in him illuminate the night. I know the time is taking. A 3, 6, 5, that's a full rotation. I see you looking up, you know them constellations. Constantly gazing like house of praises, you get to praising. They see your light shine, that's why they so frustrated. Even the sofa in Nova Scotia will win the bagels. I couldn't get them ease on the grease, why they burning up. Money growing trees, feel a breeze, still you show.